Hi, Sean. So, first off, I just wanted to say thank you for including me in this whole album thing. It sounds like a cool opportunity, just something different to try out. Also, the reason that this looks super artsy is because I've spent the past like 2 hours trying out a bunch of new stuff I got around Christmas time and Black Friday. Some new lighting gear, a new lens, new audio equipment. I was in the process of setting all of it up tonight, and I figured why not do this assignment on this too. So this might look like shit. I think it looks good. I'm not sure, but nothing after this will have the level of quality probably or time that it took me to do all this right now. So here we go. A little about me. I originally from Long Island. I went to college there. I lived there most of my life. I was in a very long term relationship, and right after breaking up with that person, no longer with them, I actually ended up moving to Astoria to be closer to the city to pursue some of my creative passions, which I never really fully did. I went to school for film when I went to college, and immediately got involved in working at MTV, which I thought would be a stepping stone into more creative stuff. It was not. It kind of put me down a television techie world that I actually ended up doing for about 10 years. Um, so yeah, I decided I wanted to kind of get further involved in creative stuff. I got involved in UCB. I started doing sketch writing almost like 4 years ago now. I started doing stand up about 2 years ago. I've tried out improv, a whole bunch of creative, weird stuff since I've been here. And that's actually led me to quitting my job in August. And I saved up some money to take the time off and just kind of pursue this stuff full time and just say yes to any opportunities that come up, including this, try something out, and just see what happens. So I don't know how long that's going to last. I don't have a great deal of money left. I'm probably going to have to eventually find some kind of full time endeavor soon. But I'm still going at it, and we'll see what happens. But that's the main thing I got going on right now. I wrote a couple of things down here as well. Steal one of your answers. I am also left-handed. I feel like I get more slack, or you people in general get more flack for that in general. Still, which I don't really understand why that's a thing. I feel like left-handed is a very common thing. A lot of people are left-handed, but I still feel like it's like a joke, or people kind of treat it like you're like a freak if you're left-handed, which I don't really get. I do actually write really weird, and it has nothing to do with being left-handed. I just grew up not learning how to. I was very stubborn, and I never learned how to correctly write, and I just stuck with it. So now people attribute that to me being left-handed as to why I write very strange, and it's very annoying. Um, I love macaroni and cheese. I love all things that an 8-year-old would eat. I have the diet of a child. I love chicken nuggets, tater tots, macaroni and cheese. I said macaroni and cheese twice because I do love it. It's my favorite thing. My friends still know me to constantly eat macaroni and cheese, and when I go to a new restaurant, I often, if they have macaroni and cheese, I definitely get it and try it because I'm curious how it tastes. I still eat it constantly. Um, I'm also big on like fast food. I do eat healthy. I try to, but I eat more junky food than I should. When I go out with friends, I eat a lot of garbage, so they sort of are confused as to why I'm still alive and I am the weight I am. My family in general is very large and generally like overweight. I came from a very large Italian family, and we overate. Somehow that didn't affect my body too much. Maybe I'll die when I'm 50. I don't know, but I've always been very skinny, which is mostly a good thing. But and it's hard to complain about. But I've actually had trouble even if I want to gain weight, like if I want to put on muscle or anything. I know that's something not to really complain about, but it is something that kind of sucks, and something that people um, don't really like attribute any credit to. Just the idea that like, oh, he's skinny, he's complaining, what? But it is something that does affect me, and sometimes I feel too thin, and I wish I could gain weight, but that's neither here or there. Um, I can read the alphabet backwards as well as forwards. I don't know why. I always could. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z Y X W V T S R Q P O N M L K J H G F E D C B A. I just had to do it so I could prove it. It's just been in my head. Also, since I was little, or when I was younger, for at some point I don't know why I taught myself this, but I also am very good at alphabet math, which is a weird thing. What I mean is that I know all the letters and what number letter they are and correspond to, and I can add letters up as if they were numbers. So, for example, R plus B equals T, because R is the 18th letter, B is the second letter. 18 plus 2 equals 20, which is T, which is 20th letter. I don't know why I know that. It's very strange, but it's just something that's been stuck in my head since I was a child. Um, I love movies. I'm a huge like movie pop culture junkie. Not as much anymore. I mean, I cut the cable cord, and I'm constantly trying to do things and get out there. So I don't watch as many, and I'm just getting older, so I'm not into as many trendy things as I used to be. But I love movies, and I'm very good at like movie trivia and knowing actors and what movies they were in and what time movies came out, like what year. I'm still an undefeated champion in like these movie trivia games amongst my friends, and even when they have somebody that they bring in that they know from a different state that they've met, they hear they're really good at movie trivia, they'll actually like get excited that they'll want to challenge me with this person, like a Rocky type situation. But I've never lost, so that's a cool thing, even though it's useless. Um, I I've had an issue waking up recently just because I did quit my job. I wish I could wake up very early, like as if I did have a job and have a regular work schedule. And when I do have those days where I wake up early, I do get a lot done, and I've created a schedule for myself where I can do a lot of different things and try a lot of things. Um, but I just can't convince myself to do that most of the time, and it's getting really bad where I'm just like a child, and I'm sitting in bed, and it's not even like I'm so tired that I just fall asleep immediately. Like I'm wide awake, and I know I should get up, and I'm fully aware, and I just refuse, and it still happens constantly, and I feel like it's a really becoming an issue, and I really need help like waking up on time. And I think a big part of it is because I've quit. I always every day. This is gonna maybe sound depressing, but it's kind of there's an angle. Even though I have stuff to do, there's an angle there that I'm always convincing myself that I have no specific purpose or focus to wake up. So I don't have to immediately wake up, because anything I want to do I can do later in the day or some other time. Nobody's forcing me to wake up. I don't have any exact plans, and that is a bad perspective. And every time I wake up late, I'm bummed out once I get to that point. But yeah, I still do it constantly, and as I say this right now, it's 11:30 at night. I promise myself I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow. Will it happen? Most likely not, but hopefully I can make that work somehow. But I think that's more than enough time. I hopefully didn't just do 20 minutes. I hopefully it's closer to like 5 to 7. But I'm gonna finish now, and hope to talk to you about more stuff soon. Thanks.